game ratings are confusing. Some outlets like to give out stars, others will go with letter grades, and even more will slap a number on the review and just hope for the best. But in 1993, Sega had a better idea. Having already tried the confusing number thing, Sega Visions magazine decided to take a new approach and use Sonic the Hedgehog to rate their games. What you're looking at right here is the rating system Sega introduced in their December 1993 issue. As you can see, 5 Sonic heads equals excellent, 4 heads is very good, and then it goes from just good to fair to poor. In other words, it's basically just a 5-star rating system that's been replaced with Sonic heads. Now here's a picture of the ratings in action. As you can see, they scored the graphics, music, play control, challenge, and overall fun, all getting varying amounts of Sonic heads. Apparently, Sega Visions worried that this may still be a little confusing to the reader, so they decided to introduce a new feature in their February-March 1994 issue that let the readers reinterpret the 5-head system. They started with a few examples of their own. 5 Sonics is like butter, 4 is strawberry yogurt, then it goes from margarine to large curd cottage cheese to month-old lard. Still don't get it? Here's another example. We go from the SST Concorde to first class on a 747 to business class on a 737 to coach on anything to the smoking section in coach. Was there still a smoking section in 1994? Here's another one, just to make sure you absolutely understand. 5 equals beluga caviar, 4 is pate with truffles, 3 is quiche Laurent, then it's chicken wings and pig snouts and cow lips. Yum. Okay, so now that everybody understands how this works, let's go ahead and see what the readers of Sega Visions came up with. Here are the 8 ratings published in the very next issue. Let's see if any of these are actually funny. Let's start with the Beatles. We have John at 5 stars, Paul at 4, George at 3, Ringo at 2, and the guy who left before they became famous all the way at the bottom with only 1 Sonic head. Here's another one that deals with music. We start out with guitar lessons from Eddie Van Halen, then it's drum lessons from Tommy Lee, vocal instructions from Axl Rose, piano lessons from Grandma, and then clarinet lessons from the school band. Next up, we have Spam. We have a Spam sandwich on top, followed by Spam on toast, Spam omelet, Spam burger, and then just plain old Spam. What was it with 1990s gamers and Spam? This one explains the rating system using late-night talk show hosts. As you can see, we have David Letterman with 5 Sonics, Jay Leno with 4 stars, Conan O'Brien with 3, Arsenio Hall with 2, and poor old Chevy Chase with just 1. How many people even remember that Chevy Chase hosted a talk show for a couple of weeks? Not very many. Next up is Rocky. Man, I never thought I'd say that. This reader suggests that Rocky 1 is best, followed by Rocky 2, 3, 4, and 5. Speaking of dinosaurs, the next rating system is so good that it ditches one of the greats entirely. Okay, it was probably just a mistake on the illustrator's part. Here we have the Tyrannosaurus Maximus in the top spot, with Bronto Better and Totally Pterodactyl with 3 Sonics. Then there's Sososaurus with 2 and Wimpasaurus at the bottom. Just a reminder that Jurassic Park wasn't even a year old at this point, but I'm sure that was just a coincidence. Don't worry, we're almost done here. This list describes the rating system as way past cool, way cool, cool, and then way not past cool. One of those ratings describes this joke, and I'm just gonna let you figure out which one it is. Now typically, I'd save the best for last, but this time around I've decided to end with the most pandering. I have to imagine that a bunch of readers sent in Sonic-related descriptions figuring that Sega would be forced to print their ratings. It worked! Well, for this one guy. We have Super Sonic with 5 heads, of course. Then it's Scooting Sonic with 4, Slowpoke Sonic with 3, Standing Sonic with 2, and Snorting Sonic all the way at the bottom. If we're being honest, every one of these is better than Shadow the Hedgehog. While the Sonic head rating system persisted until the magazine died in 1995, the reader submissions stopped only after a couple of issues. I guess either the readers ran out of ideas or Sega finally realized that this idea was lame. I give that decision 5 Sonic heads. Hey, thanks for watching us look back at Sega Visions. So today's question of the day is more of a project. What rating system would you have submitted? I'm basically looking for you to come up with your own description for the Sonic head ratings. I don't know, maybe if I get enough of these, I'll do a follow-up episode where I read your versions and see which are better. Trust me, I think your versions are going to be better. Anyway, I'm currently hard at work on a bunch of new reviews and features, as well as a new series I can't talk about just yet. I strongly recommend you click that subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then.